Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today I want to talk about something powerful, something that can shake the very foundations of your life and those around you. It's not about talent. It's not about luck. It's about an anointing so strong, so undeniable, that it makes waves wherever you go. When you carry a dangerous anointing, life often feels different from those around you. You don't fit in, no matter how hard you try. You feel like an outsider, even in rooms where you should belong. But this is not a weakness, it's a sign of strength. It means you were chosen for something bigger. People like you are not meant to blend in with the crowd. You are meant to stand out. There is something unique inside you, something powerful, something that cannot be ignored. From a young age, you may have noticed that your journey has been different. While others move forward with ease, you've had to fight for every step. It's not because you lack ability or because you are doing something wrong. It's because you are carrying something that shakes the world around you. A dangerous anointing disrupts the status quo. It makes people uncomfortable. It demands change. That is why you often find yourself misunderstood. People struggle to accept what they don't understand. Your presence alone can challenge their beliefs, their comfort zones, and their way of thinking. You may have experienced moments where people rejected you, not because you did anything wrong, but because your presence made them uneasy. Maybe you have walked into a room and felt the tension shift. Maybe you have spoken words that others were too afraid to say. Maybe you have stood for something when it was easier to stay silent. That's what happens when you carry something powerful. You don't even have to try. Your anointing speaks for itself. But this power also comes with struggles. The greater your anointing, the greater your battles. People with a dangerous anointing often go through seasons of intense loneliness. Friends walk away. Family may not understand. You may feel like no one truly sees the weight you carry. But this isolation is not punishment, it's preparation. When you are set apart for a higher purpose, there will be times when you have to walk alone. It's in these moments that your strength is tested. It's in these moments that your character is built. The path of greatness is not crowded. It's walked by those who are willing to endure what others cannot. You may have faced betrayals that cut deep. People you trusted may have turned against you. Opportunities that seemed certain may have slipped away. But do not let these experiences break you. Instead, see them for what they are. Proof that you are carrying something too powerful to be ignored. If you were not a threat, there would be no attack. If you were not carrying something special, the enemy would not try so hard to stop you. Rejection is often a sign of selection. When doors close in your face, it's not always because you are unqualified or unworthy. Sometimes those doors close because you are meant for something greater. Sometimes what looks like a setback is actually a setup for something better. Do not waste time crying over what you lost. Focus on what is ahead. Your anointing will make room for you in the right places. The people who left were never meant to stay. The opportunities that disappeared were not part of your destiny. Trust that what is meant for you will never pass you by. You must also understand that your anointing is not just for you. It's not meant to make your life easier. It's meant to change lives. You have been given this gift, this power, this calling for a reason. There are people who need what you carry. There are lives that will be transformed because of your obedience. Do not let fear or doubt hold you back. The world is waiting for you to rise. A dangerous anointing comes with responsibility. You cannot afford to play small. You cannot afford to stay silent. You cannot afford to dim your light just to make others comfortable. You were created to shine. You were created to lead. You were created to break chains and open doors that others have been afraid to touch. When you step into your calling, expect resistance. Expect people to doubt you. Expect challenges that test your faith, but also expect breakthroughs. Expect miracles. Expect victories that no one thought were possible. The journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You have been set apart for a reason. Stop questioning why your life has been different. Stop wondering why you have faced so many challenges. Stop doubting your worth everything you have been through has prepared you for this moment. It's time to step into your power. It's time to own your anointing. It's time to walk boldly in the purpose you were created for. Do not be afraid. Do not hold back. The world is waiting for you. Opposition is proof of your calling. The moment you step into something greater, resistance will come. It is not a coincidence that as you try to move forward, obstacles appear. It is not by chance that the moment you decide to walk in purpose, challenges rise against you. This is the reality of carrying a dangerous anointing. It attracts attacks, not because you are weak, but because you are powerful. Look back on your life. Have you noticed that every time you tried to elevate, something tried to pull you down? Have you felt the weight of struggles that others do not seem to carry? Have you faced rejection from people who once supported you? If so, you need to understand that this is not a sign of failure. It is a confirmation that you have been chosen for something greater. People often think that opposition is a sign to stop. They think that if things become too difficult, it means they are on the wrong path. But that is not the case. Resistance does not mean you should quit. It means you are stepping into something significant. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. The struggles you face are not meant to break you, but to build you. Every challenge is a test, a refinement, a preparation for what is coming. When you carry a dangerous anointing, people will misunderstand you. They will question your motives, criticize your actions, and doubt your ability. They may even spread lies about you, trying to tarnish your name. Do not be surprised when this happens. The truth is, not everyone can handle the light you carry. Some will try to dim it because it exposes their darkness. Others will resist it because they fear change. But do not allow their opinions to define your path. You were chosen not by man, but by something higher. And no opinion, no criticism, and no attack can stop what has already been assigned to you. Opposition is often disguised as betrayal. Sometimes the very people you trusted will turn against you. Friends who once celebrated you may suddenly distance themselves. People who once stood beside you may now speak against you. This is painful, but it is necessary. Not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Some people were only part of your journey for a season, and when that season ends, their departure is not a loss, it is a blessing. Rejection is often a redirection. When one door closes, another one is preparing to open. When people walk away, new connections are being aligned. The pain you feel today will make sense tomorrow. What looks like a setback now is actually a setup for something greater. Do not waste energy mourning what was. Focus on what is ahead. Your future is bigger than your past. One of the most powerful truths about carrying a dangerous anointing is that the enemy cannot discourage you. He can try to discourage you. He can try to delay you, but he cannot stop you. The only way he wins is if you give up. That is why your greatest weapon is perseverance. Keep pushing, even when it hurts. Keep moving forward, even when you feel like quitting. Keep believing, even when doubt whispers in your ear. Your anointing is not just for you. It is meant to impact others. Every battle you face is not just about your own life. It is about those who are connected to you. There are people who need your story. There are lives that will be changed because you refuse to give up. Your strength is not just for you. It is for the people who will be inspired by your journey. And when you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Remember the vision, the dream, the purpose that burns inside you. Do not let temporary struggles make you forget your eternal calling. You were not created to live a small life. You were created to lead, to influence, to make a difference. No matter what comes against you, stand firm. The trials are temporary, but the reward is eternal. Every hardship will pass. Every storm will calm. Every wound will heal. But what you build through perseverance will last forever. So keep going. Keep fighting. Keep believing, because you are called, you are chosen, and you are unstoppable. Your anointing is not for your comfort, it is for your calling. The power you carry was never meant to be hidden, suppressed, or kept within the confines of an easy life. It was placed inside you to bring change, to shift atmospheres, and to break chains that have kept others bound. This anointing is not a privilege, it is a responsibility. And the moment you truly understand this, everything changes. Many people desire greatness, but few are willing to endure what it takes to walk in it. A dangerous anointing does not come without a price. It requires sacrifice, discipline, and a willingness to be misunderstood. The journey is not easy, and that is why not everyone carries it. Those who do must be prepared for the weight that comes with it. Have you ever wondered why your life has been filled with challenges? Why you have faced struggles that others seem to escape? Why doors that should have opened for you remain shut? It is because your anointing is different. You are not like everyone else. Your calling is greater, and with a greater calling comes a greater refining process. You are being shaped, molded, and strengthened, not for an ordinary life, but for an extraordinary purpose. Many people dream of making an impact, but impact does not come without resistance. The world does not easily welcome those who carry a disruptive power. You have been placed here to shake things up, to bring light where there is darkness, to speak truth where there is silence. This is why you will often feel like an outsider. This is why people will question you, challenge you, and even try to silence you. They do not understand the weight of what you carry. But let me tell you this, you cannot afford to shrink back. You cannot afford to stay silent. The gift inside you is not just for you, it is for those who will be transformed by your courage. The people who need your voice, your vision, your strength, they are waiting. If you hold back, they may never receive what they need. Your anointing is meant to lead, not to follow. It is meant to disrupt, not to conform. It is meant to create, not to copy. You were not placed on this earth to live in fear, to blend in, or to seek validation from others. You were placed here to walk in boldness, to stand firm, and to bring something new into the world. Yes, the road is hard. Yes, there will be moments of doubt. Yes, there will be times when you question whether you are strong enough for this. But let me remind you, if you were not strong enough, you would not have been chosen. If you were not capable, the assignment would not have been given to you. So stop waiting for the approval of others. Stop seeking permission to walk in what you already know is yours. Stop doubting yourself. The battles you have faced were not meant to break you. They were meant to prove that you are ready. It is time to step up. It is time to own your anointing. It is time to move with confidence, knowing that no force on earth can stop what has already been set in motion. The world is waiting for you to rise. Walk boldly, stand firmly, and never forget, your anointing is not for your comfort. It is for your calling. You see, when you carry a dangerous anointing, you don't fit in. You weren't made to blend in with the crowd. You were chosen to stand out. Some of you have felt it. People misunderstand you. They resist you. They even try to silence you, not because you're wrong, but because you carry something different. You walk into a room and the atmosphere shifts. That's not arrogance. That's anointing. But let me tell you something, carrying this kind of power comes with battles. A dangerous anointing attracts resistance. It's why you faced betrayal from people you trusted. It's why doors that should have opened for you were slammed shut. It's why you felt alone, even in a crowd. But hear me today. Rejection is often proof of selection. If life has tried to break you, it's because you're carrying something too powerful to be ignored. People may talk about you. Let them. People may try to stop you. They won't succeed. Because when you carry a dangerous anointing, no force on earth can block what has been assigned to you. Your setbacks are just setups for a comeback. Your trials are training for the next level. But here's the catch. This anointing isn't for your comfort. It's for your calling. You weren't given this fire just to sit on it. You were given this power to change lives, to break chains, to lead where others fear to go. So if you've been feeling different, if you've been wondering why your life hasn't been easy, Maybe it's time to stop questioning and start embracing. You weren't made for an ordinary path. You were made for greatness. Step into it. Own it. Walk boldly, because the world is waiting for what only you can bring. Thank you